Strategic English for patent interviews. Stand out from prior art. Welcome. In a patent interview, your mission is simple. Show what's truly new and why it matters. First, explain novelty in clear, everyday English. No jargon fog. Next, walk the examiner through a step-by-step contrast between your claims and the prior art, so each difference is obvious and grounded in the record. Finally, gently guide the examiner to your key differentiators, the specific elements that change capability, performance, or constraints. Think of yourself as a tour guide. Set the route, point out the landmarks, and connect differences to benefits. Clarity plus structure equals persuasion. Start with the problem in one crisp sentence. What technical pain or limitation persists in the field? Avoid market fluff. Then explain the solution mechanics, how your system actually works. Signals, modules, data flows, decision rules. Drop buzzwords. Describe operations, triggers, and constraints so the examiner can trace causality. Finally, tie to a measurable benefit: speed, accuracy, cost, energy, memory, or reliability. Use concrete metrics or ranges where possible. This framework answers 3 examiner questions fast. What was broken? What did you change? What improved? And by how much? Lead with the feature using your claim language. Quote the limitation so the discussion is anchored. Next, state the function, what the feature does during operation, including inputs, conditions, and outputs. Make it observable. When X, it performs Y to produce Z. Then prove why it's new. Show what's missing or different in each reference. Is the structure absent? Is the ordering reversed? Is a control loop fixed where yours is adaptive? This framework keeps you precise. Name the thing, show what it does, and map the delta that prior art cannot meet. Pick 3 to 4 axes that define capability. Common ones are structure, process, data, and timing. For each axis, compare hours versus reference A/B. Call out where elements are absent, differently arranged, or constrained. Example: structure, module present versus missing. Process, sequential versus parallel. Data, raw versus normalized. Timing, batch versus event-driven. After the passes, state the net difference. These deltas combine to change system capability, not just parameters. This prevents hand-waving. You're showing a systematic, checkable divergence that explains why the prior art cannot achieve your claimed outcome. Adopt hedged certainty to stay confident yet fair. The record shows. The cited passage indicates, based on the disclosure. Use pinpoint citations so findings are verifiable. At kernel 3, lines 10 to 15, Figus 2, Step S4, PORA 0042. Deploy contrast markers to focus differences, unlike A. In contrast, by comparison, these cues reduce cognitive load, keep you credible, and make it easy for the examiner to adopt your framing in their notes and eventual reasons for allowance, or to refine the next action precisely. Problem: prior art batch training requires full dataset passes, so updates are infrequent and models react slowly to new data. Solution: our system performs streamed micro-updates gated by an uncertainty score. Only samples exceeding a dynamic threshold trigger gradient steps with a rollback buffer to prevent divergence. This changes both timing, event-driven versus batch, and control, gated versus unconditional. Benefit: we observe 12 times faster convergence on live data while maintaining accuracy and preventing drift due to the gate and rollback. The mechanism, not tuning, delivers speed without sacrificing stability. Feature: an adaptive thresholding module as recited in Claim 3. Function: during inference, it computes per sensor variance over a sliding window and adjusts the cutoff so noisy sensors require stronger evidence, while stable sensors pass weak signals. Thresholds update in real time under a maximum change rate. Why it's new. The cited references implement fixed thresholds, no variance conditioned update rule, no sliding window, and no rate limiter. Thus, they cannot achieve per-sensor adaptation under changing noise profiles, which our claim expressly requires, and our spec details with operational steps. Offer a path forward. We can amend Claim 1 to clarify the gating condition, or we can walk through the axis comparison in tomorrow's interview. Check alignment. Does this address 103 over A and B, or is there another combination you're considering? Then summarize the gap in one line the examiner can quote. The claims require an event-driven, variance-gated update loop with rollback. A is batch without gating, and B is event-driven without variance control. The combination still lacks the claimed gate plus rollback interaction. Confirm next steps and timing to lock in momentum.